Hi, it's James here again for your weekly encouragement. And this week's actually comes from a conversation that I had with my daughter, but starts with a passage in John 10:10, where Jesus was talking and giving an illustration about how the sheep hear the shepherd and the good shepherd versus the thief that jumps over the fence. And in 10:10 he says, "The thief comes to seek and destroy, but I have come that you might have life and have it to the full, or have it abundantly." And I love that passage because really, even in this time and season of COVID-19 and the coronavirus, we can still have that abundant life that Jesus says is ours if we're ready to look at what's around us and really experience the fullness of what He created us and shaped us for. And it's interesting though, because I thought of the religious, that thief that comes to destroy, and some of those influences in my life, and why a lot of my peers, I think, don't want anything to do with God, faith, or the church. Following Jesus, engaged in some music that was Christian rock, which was a taboo during my teen years. I was told by one pastor, taken aside, and said, "You know, James, that kind of music is like serving tea in a bedpan." And I thought, okay, that's different. And then I had another time early when I was a youth pastor, and I showed this music video about the life and death of Christ, Secret Ambition by Michael W. Smith. And basically he circled in the wagons, had a whole bunch of farmers come together, invited me down into their basement, and basically were physically ready to assault me, to hurt me because I would play it, even consider playing it again to the youth of the church. It was forbidden. It was the taboo. And I just thought, religion, man trying to create what's right in their own eyes, doesn't create life, doesn't create abundant life, creates fear, creates paranoia. The thief that is seeking to destroy. And I think a lot of my friends, and maybe even you today, you're kind of questioning, like, I need something in life to find joy because I'm not finding it right now. I just feel disconnected. I feel like there's got to be more, and I'm just missing it. I just want to encourage you that I think Jesus, when He gave the words that I've come that you might have life and have it to the full, He wasn't kidding. He wasn't joking. He means that for you. He means that for me. And so today I thought I would encourage you with that maybe there's people in your life, in your world, that have held you back because of their religious perspectives or their rules and their things of what they're trying to hold people back to their way of understanding. That's not Jesus. That's not what following Jesus is about. And I would encourage you to maybe take a look at what's called the Gospels, the books of the good news, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, which talks about the life and actions of Jesus, what He actually did in the community, how He actually empowered lives and set people free to experience freedom and fullness of life, aligning them to the Creator of the universe and thus to the universe of what we were created for in that full purpose. And I love Jesus' words in Matthew 28, verse 20, the last half of the verse, where He says, "And I want you to be sure of this, that I will be with you always, even to the end of this age." And so as we go through this journey and continue experiencing some of the challenges and struggles of living in isolation or distancing and all the different safety requirements we have to put on our face to stay safe with each other, I want to encourage you that if you've never taken that time, or to take this time to deepen that relationship with Jesus and discover who He is. And maybe if you're like, "I don't want anything to do with religion, James. I don't want that. That's only brought hurt and harm to my life." Can I assure you, I get it. I don't want it either. But God's got more for you. Jesus has more for you. He doesn't want you to be held back because of today, because He sees you. He knows you. He loves you. And so I would say, Jesus, if you're real, show yourself to me. I'm going to check out one of these books, Matthew, Mark, Luke, or John. I'm going to check one of them out. And if you're real, reveal yourself to me. And I can tell you, there's a really big surprise awaiting for you. There's a peace, there's a love, there's a joy that He has for you. Because Jesus didn't come to condemn, but He came to bring life, and that you would have it to the fullness, even in the midst of COVID-19. There is more to life. Hope you have a great day and a great weekend. Bye for now.